Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna be doing a Q&A for the upcoming World Cup, and I asked my friends to send me some questions, and yeah, let's get into it. I'll try to answer as many as I can. So yes, let's get into it. So first question. What are your views on the Ronaldo situation? Well, there's quite a bit. I mean, first of all, I feel like he's in a very toxic environment. You know what I'm saying? I just think that he, the best solution is for him to leave because he's not just making himself look bad, but he's also making the club look bad. Like, I remember a game where he walked out as the game was about to finish, and like, he just walked out. And I think at the same time, he was supposed to be one of the substitute coming on. I don't know if was it the Chelsea game or the Tottenham game? I don't know. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's what happened. And I just think that footballers deal with things differently, and I just think that the way he's dealing with it is the reason why many fans are upset. They're like, why is he doing this? Blah 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 blah. And I understand their frustration to a certain degree, but at the same time, he's the player. He's the one in this situation, so maybe struggling to deal with whatever he's dealing with, but I just hope he's okay, you know. I just hope that he manages to deal with whatever he's dealing with. And yeah, I think all roads lead to him leaving. I think that's the best solution if he leaves the club because clearly he's not happy. I mean, no happy player would just walk out during the game. So yeah. Sorry guys, I did not put that there. Like, sorry, I did not put that there. Okay, so next question. Which teams will you be supporting in the World Cup? Ooh, that's a good question. So with every World Cup, I've always supported Brazil. So first and foremost, that's the first team I'd be supporting simply because they're always stacked with talent. Like, even if one player gets injured, they'll have someone just as good to replace them. And I think that's pretty cool to have in such a global competition, and intense. Like, international games are, at times, they're very difficult. So to have someone who's just as good waiting, I think that's pretty cool. So yeah. And the next team I'll be supporting is Argentina, simply because I feel like Messi deserves to win the World Cup. That man fights for his country. He always gives us all, and he recently won the Copa America, which is pretty dope. And yeah, I just think he deserves it, man. And then next will be Spain, simply because they just share the ball. They know how to share the ball between them, and yeah, they're just a wonderful team, man. And they have young players, the likes of Ansu Fati, Pedri, Gavi, like, yeah, I think they're a pretty talented team as well. And then I would say France, yeah, because these African players there, so it's really nice to see them playing in the World Cup. So yeah, France as well. All right, next question. Who do you think is gonna win the World Cup? Man, it's so many great teams, man. And I think the dope thing about the World Cup this year is that these young players, some will be playing their last World Cup and then some will be playing their first. And I think that's pretty dope. But if I had to pick one team that I think would win, honestly, at the moment, I think it's Argentina. Because like I said, they recently won the Copa America, and then they beat Italy in that finalissima, is it? Yeah, it is. Like, and the way they beat them, I remember watching the game, and at some point, I thought this was like a group stage match or something because the way they were playing was just, they beat those guys easily. The end of the score, the final score was 3-0, man. Like, at times it looked like it was a practice match for Argentina. Like, they just beat them so easily. Their defense was on point. They just pierced through Italy's defense, man. Like, yeah. So at the moment, I think Argentina can really go for it this year. So yeah, that's who I think can win it. And I hope they do because, you know, Lionel Messi, he deserves it. As I said, he fights for his country, so yes. Next question. With all the injuries that he has sustained at Real Madrid, do you still think Hazard can show up for his country? That's a good question. I think he still can. You know, because playing for your country and playing for your club are two completely different things. When you play for your club, yes, you're serious and you want to win every game. But playing for your country is like you need to win every game. Like, it's a totally different mindset, you know. I think it can also be a chance for him to prove that he belongs at Real Madrid and he's worthy of being there, because whenever Hazard plays for his countrymen, like, he just turns into prime Messi. Okay, not prime Messi, but he turns him to his old self. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if he shows up for his country in this World Cup, I really think that he would make Real Madrid have second thoughts, because I heard rumors that Real Madrid actually want to sell him or something. I don't know how true that is, but if it is true, this is a golden opportunity for Hazard to show that, you know, I still belong here, you know, not so fast. Don't forget who I am now. So yes, I think he still can, but if he's injured, I'm not sure if he's injured at the moment, but if he is injured, then if he's injured so much so that he'll miss the World Cup, then I mean, but if he's not and he shows up for his country, then he would really save his career at Real Madrid, I think. Next question. Oh, do you think if Haaland was playing for another international team, do you think he would win the World Cup? That's a great question, man, because Haaland has been, apart from Messi, Haaland has been the most consistent player this season, and I just think that, you know, Haaland is a monster, man. There's no team that wouldn't want to have him. So if he played for, like, say maybe a Belgium, because he's been linking up so well with Kevin De Bruyne, if he goes to Belgium, then they can go to, if he was playing for Belgium, then they would go to the final, you know, and they could probably even win it. So I think if he was playing with someone like De Bruyne at club level and international level, then maybe, just maybe, they could win the World Cup with Hazard as well, you know, because, yeah. So I think Haaland would win the World Cup if he was playing for another country. But, you know, he decided to play for Norway, and, you know, yeah, that's commendable because that's his home country anyway. I don't see why he would change, but to answer your question, yes, I think if he was playing maybe for Belgium, they could go all the way and win it. What are your views on the players that will be playing their last World Cup? Man, I think it's pretty sad, but at the same time, I'm happy because they happened, you know, Ronaldo, Messi, Lewandowski, Suarez, those guys, they'll be playing their last World Cup. But the sad part is they haven't won the World Cup, you know. It would have been a different story if they had won the World Cup, but, you know, yeah, man. I mean, it's a bit sad, but I mean, come on, you know, like they had awesome careers. They won international trophies. Well, I'm not sure about Suarez and Lewandowski, but yeah, man. I just think that they've showed how great they are at international level for many years, and yeah, I don't know what else to say, man. Um, but no, I think it's pretty dope, man. Yeah, that's what I think, man. I think they've had awesome international careers, and yeah, man, all the best to them. Oh, okay, this is really good. Um, the question says, "You think Mbappe will feel some type of way if the tactics are not surrounded by him in the World Cup?"
Prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
No, with this Mbappe thing, first of all, I'll start off with PSG, man. Like, come on. You know, I feel like they gave him too much control of the project. Yeah, I just feel like they gave him too much control of there was no need to include that in the contract. Sometimes I feel like PSG is just on a mission to ruin football. Like, no player has ever gotten control over the football project. Like, why would you do that? And he's still young. Obviously, he's gonna feel some sort of entitlement, like the question said. But I just feel like they shouldn't have done that, because now we've seen little moments where, he's like a spoiled child when he's been asked to play in positions that he doesn't want to play in. Like, and I just feel like, that's not a good look, man. Not just for the club, but for himself, because people will start to think, oh, maybe that's who he really is, type thing. You know what I'm saying? So, do I think he'll feel some type of way about that in the World Cup? No, I don't think so, because lately he's been acting proper. But then again, Thierry Henry said that, you know, it happens in football where players are always asked to play in positions that are uncomfortable. But Thierry Henry also said that if it's gonna help the team win, then I'm happy to do it. So I just think that's the mentality Mbappe needs to have, because he's a great player, man. Honestly, I think he's an awesome player. He's fast, skillful, can shoot the ball from anywhere, man. Like, I just feel like he must keep his head down and just keep going, man. Keep going. He's definitely one of the next best players in football. Yeah. Bro, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? Why? I promise you guys, I do not put that. It's not. Next question. What do you think about Lil Baby producing the World Cup song? Well, what do I think? First of all, I'll start off with the song he sampled. He sampled Tears for Fears. I think what are they called? Yes, they're called Tears for Fears, and the song that he sampled is called Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Again, like I said in my last video, some songs are not meant to be sampled, man. That is an all-time classic, man. It's a timeless tune. So why would you... I don't understand why he did that, man. Like, don't sample songs if you don't plan. No disrespect to Lil Baby. He's a great musician, but like, my G, don't sample some songs that are meant to be left alone. But anyway, the question says, what do I think about him? I think it's pretty dope. Lil Baby, he's one of those new guys in the rap game. And I think this is good publicity for him, because I think in Europe, he's going to expand his fan base in Europe as well. Because apart from it being sampled, it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. And I think it's pretty dope that he sampled an old song, even though he should have left it alone. But yeah, man. And furthermore, like the song that he sampled, it's it's so in line with the competition because it's a World Cup, and the name of the song is Everybody Wants to Rule the World. So I think in a way that might hype the teams up, like, let's go out there and do this for our country type thing. So yeah, I think that's next question. What do you think about iShowSpeed's World Cup song, yo, man? First of all, shout out to Speed, man. Like, I'm a fan of Speed, man. Like, he's got a crazy personality, and he's just a great YouTuber, man. Like, but yeah, what do I think about the song? Yeah, I mean, it's cool, man. I feel like in a way, that should have been the World Cup song, but Qatar wanted to play it fair and say, okay, we're gonna use this. I read the post this morning and it said we're gonna use Speed's song in some adverts to see, like, just to see how it is. And I think that's pretty dope. I read about this morning, and yeah, man, it's a great song. Y'all should check it out. It's called the World Cup, and like he switches up the beats a bit, and I think that's what makes it more nice. It's such a dope song. I think it's a pretty cool song, and if they hadn't hired Lil Baby, I feel like that song would be the World Cup song. It's very what can I say? It's very organic. You know what I'm saying? It's very, you know what I'm saying? Because it also has there's a part in the song where, like, there's some Brazilian hook to it, So yeah, I think it's pretty dope. What do you think about players getting injured just before the World Cup? I think that players need to take it easy and just relax, man. They shouldn't. I know they must show up for their club as well, but they shouldn't push it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should just calm down. They should relax a bit, because there's many important players that are missing the World Cup. Yeah, man. They should just take it easy, man. They shouldn't go too hard in training. They should take their recovery more seriously and, like, rest, man. That's the most important thing. And I think them getting injured is like, it could be panicking in a way, because they're mixing their club performances with preparations for the World Cup. Like, some players are performing here, some are getting in the gym, some are on the treadmill, like, just lifting weights, stuff like that. I just think they should take it easy, man, and maybe they'll have less injuries, so yeah, I think they should just relax, man. Like, don't go too hard in training, don't go too hard in the gym, just calm down, man. Calm down. Calm down.
Like, what's wrong with you, man? Relax.
Okay, last question. Do you really think Benzema deserved to win the Ballon d'Or? Yo. Okay. Anyway, I guess that's my cue. Yeah, we've come to the end of the video. I'm definitely not answering that. Yeah, we've come to the end of the video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and please tell a friend to like and subscribe, and yeah, stay easy, yo. Peace.